In this video series, I'm going to show you how to remix a song in Reaper. Next, we're going to add some percussion to our project. Let's reopen the Media Explorer, and I'm going to choose this triangle loop right here. But notice these lines on all the transients. That's because this file is a Rex file, meaning it will automatically stretch based on its transients to the tempo of our project, making the sound quality better no matter what tempo we're using. And instead of using Resample-matic 5000, I'm just going to drag it to our project. Just below our tracks, right here, and let go. And then Reaper asks us how we want to import this Rex file. I'm going to choose as a single loopable media item that adjusts to the project tempo. Hit OK, and it creates that new track with the loop on it, and it named based on the name of the loop. And because the triangle is mostly going to be played before the hi-hat comes in, let's hear it without the hi-hat. I think it plays too fast, double the tempo, so we can time stretch it without affecting the quality. Alt on the PC, Option on the Mac, and just drag it to 2 bars, and now it should sound better. Now I want to put another hit afterwards. So I'm going to trim it, and then duplicate it, then trim it again, so it just has that one extra hit. Perfect. Now I want to loop this through the whole project and turn it on and off when we arrange the song. So I'm going to use razor editing. Alt on the PC, Option on the Mac, and right-click drag to select 4 bars. Then I could duplicate it through the whole song by holding down this keyboard shortcut. Let's zoom out to the entire project. Hold down on the PC, Control-D, and on the Mac, Command-D. Just hold it down, and it duplicates it through the whole song. And let go, and it stops, and now it's looped through the whole song. But let's pan it a bit to the right to get it out of the way of the vocal.
Out of all the countless roads that I could choose, thank the stars I chose the one that led to you.
Perfect. Let's save it. Let's move on. Next, we're going to add a tambourine. Let's reopen the Media Explorer. Here's a tambourine sample I want to add. And we can just drag it in to the Arrange window. But before we do that, let's right-click up here on the grid and change the grid size to be a quarter note. So we can drag it on a quarter note in the Arrange window. So we'll just drag it down here, right in bar 4, beat 4, which automatically creates a track, and it sounds like this.
Out of all the
And again, we could duplicate it the same way with a razor edit through the whole song. Now I want to add some big reverb to this. So we'll go to the effects on this track. Let's search Verb and choose Reverbate. We'll double-click the dry to go to 0, bring down the wet, adjust the room size to be bigger, and the dampening to be brighter, like this.
out of all
That sounds better. But it's a bit too loud, so let's adjust it in the mixer. And I want to show you a trick. If I open the mixer, normally the mixer would show everything, but I trimmed it back to only show one track. So when I select different tracks, we just see one track at a time. And to make it quicker to open up the mixer, I changed a mouse modifier. So if we go to the preferences and scroll down to the mouse modifiers, if we go to the context for the track control panel and double click, I changed what happens when I double click with this modifier to open up the mixer. So now I could just double click any track over here while holding down that modifier to open up the mixer. Do it again to close it, and it's going to work on any track we choose. And because we set it up to only see one track at a time, we're only going to see the track we double click, making it easier to adjust it. So let's make the tambourine a bit lower, and let's hear that. Sounds good. It will also sound good if we turn off the clap and the snare and just work with the kick, the triangle, and the tambourine. But we'll get to that later when we arrange the song. Let's save this. Next, we're going to add a finger cymbal to accentuate the downbeats of each section. Choose a sound right here. And again, we can just drag it in to the arrangement window like this and just drop it. And that creates a new track for it. I'll use Razor Editing to duplicate it through the whole song. And it sounds like this. It's a bit too loud. Double click to adjust the volume right here. Let's also pan it to the left a bit. Sounding good. Let's save it. In the next video, we're going to add some piano to accentuate the chords and also add a counter melody. So that's part 3 of mixing a song. Check out part 4 next.
Bingo, boys, let's go.